was in UA&P, I was an athlete. I played basketball, and to be honest, like that's pretty much all I did in college. I feel like I just studied enough so I could pass and play. Um, so when I moved to the US after college, I had a hard time looking for a job. I needed sponsorship here in the US, and my internship at ABS-CBN for 3 months was not enough experience for anyone to hire me. So, but luckily, I found an employer who helped me out. I started as an IT recruiter, and they had a sister company that they taught test automation. So I had a deal with my boss. He's like, do the IT recruiter job for a year, um, get some study at the sister school, do test automation, and then after a year, since it's a consulting company, will place you in one of their clients. So that's kind of how I got started here in the U.S. And then after a couple years, I worked at a couple of different clients, and I switched to a new job. Like I left that company, I went to another company, and they were going to start my green card sponsorship. It was hard. It was like there was a long process for if you have a work visa, and I was going to be put in a category where majority of the people are applying for, and there's a backlog. And I think it was like 5 years. So they haven't processed 5 years of application. So I have to wait pretty much. My other option was to be put in the other category, the next category, which requires me to get a master's degree. So I looked into that, found a school. I went to Loyola University here in Chicago, got my master's in computer science, majoring in IT as well. When I went back to school, there's so many things there that I'm like, I already learned this from UA&P. I already learned this back in college, but I couldn't remember much. But so many terms like just brings back a lot of memories for me. So during that time, I was very impressed with UA&P. I'm like, wow, I went to a pretty good school. I should have just studied better. But everything happens for a reason. So um, yeah, I got my master's degree. I finished like in a year and a half, and um, got my green card within that year. So everything was just much faster than the other category. Um, and I continued my path in doing test automation as a quality engineer for a very long time. Um, it's actually just 2.5 years ago when I switched to web development. Um, so now I'm at GitHub. I've been at GitHub for 5 years. Last year, I moved to a team called GitHub Education, and I've actually been meaning to reach out to UA&P Middle School and let you guys know about our platform, because we have two platforms for students and another one for teachers. And right now, I work on the teacher side. I've been meaning to reach out, but pandemic happened and it's just hard. And then I think it was like mid last year, our director of education kind of reached out to all of us, all of the employees at GitHub, and they're like, please reach out to your teachers, your alumni, or your alma mater, and tell them about GitHub Education. And I finally did. I finally reached out, and this is something that I've been meaning to do, and I just want to give back and encourage people to get into technology, especially women. It's hard. We have all these stereotypes, but we can do it. It's fun, and gives us a chance to make the world a better place through the technologies that we build.